saying Mike Raglan. Are you shorting it up, Raz? Maybe because you dress, you know what I'm saying, you dress cool or whatever. But they be like, hell no. And even when I rant, like I've heard people like jokingly say, "No, you a know it all." Like I don't know a lot of shit. The more that I go and seek knowledge, the more I realize it's a lot of shit I don't know.
I know you hating that I'm
It's always 1,000 Michaels everywhere, so just always be able to go Mike Rags, you know, just stuck. That's how I came up with the Rags.
My price is going up.
Are we ready?
Yeah.
We rocking? You know what time it is. I'm gonna start. I wish I could sing it like Carson, so I could do that when I'm.
You can attempt.
Now I'm gonna do. That's why we're gonna get the board going next week. So I'm gonna have the board going. Have Carson come play so we can get revved up. But let me first start off with this. It's something that I posted on my Instagram the other day. It's kind of funny. Now we have a woman here. Little Duval tweeted.
I don't know where he going. It's like, dang.
Little Duval tweeted that he's like, how much cat you think get ate on a girl's trip? And I did a questionnaire on my story on a 1 through 5 of like an estimate, and I promise you,
Everybody like 3 point something, dude.
and a lot of them were women. A lot of the response were from women.
Oh, and they was threes. It was like 3 to 5.
One woman gave the 2. The lowest one was a 2, and that was a woman. But the rest of them was like 3, 3, 5. I had 3 dudes respond, but the rest of them that I posted,
And then somebody was
women.
butt hurt.
Yeah,
It was like, how much dick you sucked on a guy's trip.
but the thing is, and just I want you to correct me if I'm wrong with this thinking, but from what I've been told, most of my adult life, as far as like when it comes to women and their sexuality, that y'all are a lot more exploratory.
We are.
So for us to assume,
Don't look like that.
It's a lot more acceptable.
yeah,
Ain't no guys around here like, you know what?
I was trying to try to
and then we just homeboys.
I might let him suck my dick.
But a woman can do that, so I didn't want it to. So when the woman came at me like that, I didn't want it to seem as though I was like trying to say, "Oh, women out here doing something that I'm frowning upon." I mean, I wouldn't mind an invite if you wanted to do that, but all I want to know is like, why do y'all feel like it was a shot at women, or why do you think some women might feel like it was a shot at them? I'm not saying that you have the answer.
Oh, I was about to say, because I was like, I didn't take it as a shot. I just thought it was funny. I mean, like, yes, more women. Shut up. Okay, well, let's start from the basics. Okay, so more women are going to gravitate towards like lesbian porn. Like, that's just statistically speaking. Like, almost.
I'm learning.
Oh, Jesus.
Didn't know this.
So hold on. So you're saying just on a regular
basis, if I had to select Pornhub.com, it's going to be either lesbian porn or threesome porn. Like, that's literally like
so
what I picked.
why is it lesbian porn? Are you bisexual?
So we're gonna go into this conversation. Well, damn.
I mean, it's there.
Alrighty then. So I don't really like labels, and I feel like a lot of millennials and like Gen Zs will say I don't like labels, because it's true. Like, I don't really feel like, because I would never be in a relationship with a girl. Let's be all clear. I'm never going to be in a relationship with a girl. I will more so. I have no problem at 29 having a threesome with my man, or even like, I don't want to say a girlfriend, but like traveling out of the country, and like we know there's someone that we might like
get involved with while y'all.
But it's like labels. I feel like it's okay to be bi, because the reason I say this is like that label is sexual identity, not your relationship identity.
Right. Yeah, but so I don't even consider myself bisexual, because it's like I would never. Let me not say that. I don't say I will never. I have never hooked up with a girl by myself currently yet. So it's like, nah, I don't.
But are you saying you wouldn't?
I'm not saying I wouldn't.
So therefore,
I don't know if I can say it, but I mean, okay, I guess in a sexual preference in a world.
Say, yeah, it's just strictly on a sexual identity basis. Let's just say a sexual identity.
The only reason I say that is because like people that like identify as LGBT, yeah, you know what I mean. All those are
they referencing relationship identity?
No, they can be. They can reference relationship and not just your sexual preference. Okay. Because a lot of people that identify as queer, they are open to dating as far as a male or a female, or someone that doesn't even as far as assign themselves a sex.
Like the non-binary.
Yeah, non-binary. Okay. Yeah, so that's why I said I don't really say that I'm bisexual, because it's like I'm never gonna end up with a girl. I'm never gonna date a girl. Like it's just not. It's not something where I'm just like.
Is that just because you just?
I need masculine energy.
Like you just see a man and a woman like family
I need masculine
structure.
Energy because very much like. I need someone who's like an alpha.
You need you a rough neck. No,
listen, I need somebody to tell me to sit my ass down when I'm not doing right.
Is that Lady Rage? Was that Lady Rage?
Yeah,
that lady gotta get a rough neck. Was that? Is that Lady Rage?
That's not. No, it's just like I need someone.
Yeah, it's MC Light. It was MC Light.
MC Light. Yeah, MC Light.
That's what it was.
No, I need someone that will be like.
We got you here, Gab.
Y'all are funny. That would tell me to sit down or just like. Well, check me, because sometimes I be doing the most, and unfortunately,
But if you got you a masculine,
nah, I need to know that you were born with.
All right, so this is a great segue into what I'm about to get in next. So, with that being said, how come it's not the same when it comes to advice that women are getting when it comes to how to deal with men? Point in case, you got Kevin Samuels on one side, and you got Derrick Jaxon on the other side. Women praise Derrick Jaxon for his viewpoints on how you should treat your woman, or the type of man a woman needs. You know, saying everything that's gonna be real tickling and fancy to the ear of a woman to make her get emotionally attached to what you're saying, to make you believe it more. As opposed to Kevin Samuels telling you what it is, not what you want to hear, but like like just pretty much
accountability.
What the numbers are. You know what I'm saying? Like what he sees going on, what we used to see, you know what I'm saying, going on a realistic and a more consistent basis than what Derrick Jaxon feeds you. But Derrick Jaxon seems to be what most women gravitate towards. You know what I'm saying?
Because women grew up enjoying fairy tales.
Oh, so true. Yes.
Women love
Disney World, everything was a happy ending. It's so true.
Right. That's all they've ever seen.
Yeah.
The happy ending. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Kevin Samuels not offering a happy ending. He just offering what the options are.
Really? Yeah, like he like so cut and dry, like, all right.
But he keeps the same energy. So for me, like when I was younger, I used to like Derrick Jaxon. Well, I used to like to listen to it sometimes. And I was listening to my at the time my ex.
You just said you bought the man book.
Whoa. This was a fictitious book, not a help book. Like let's be clear on how we're gonna say that, because this was a fiction novel about romance. I like romance novels. I've always been that person, especially from Black authors. But
so
Derrick
what made you pick Derrick Jackson's
the
fictitious book? Yeah,
I think it came up like on an Amazon Kindle suggested thing, like based off of the things that I've purchased before. So I really am not going to tell you it's because I just went to go search for Derrick Jaxon. I think it was because of previous authors.
But I
ain't saying nothing.
No, that look, he had something. I
ain't saying nothing.
I think though. What I'm getting at is that now we see that when it comes to being a kind of like a true manipulating womanizer, we see that Kevin Samuels not that guy. Like it's Derrick Jaxon that's that guy. Like he also, you think Kevin Samuels like a womanizer? I can see a woman.
This is the thing,
that.
is like he entertains from, now I don't know this man from a can of paint, but just as far as like conversations, like he entertains like, you know, women, and like a lot of them that are younger than him, and a lot of them that are like Instagram influencers, blah blah blah. I just say like, it's no like right picture of what a womanizer looks like, or someone who is just as far as like, you know, on the scene.
True.
It's just Derrick Jaxon tried to paint a pretty
a false
picture.
picture, yeah.
So that's the difference.
Right.
Now, I really can say Kevin Samuels be talking his shit because of the fact that he keeps the same energy.
Right.
It don't matter where he's talking to men or females.
Right, for sure. Yeah,
he's
'cause
gonna tell you the same thing, and
yeah.
I can say, okay, I can rock with you for that.
But it doesn't mean, like you said, that he's not a womanizer.
There you
Right,
go.
I feel you on that. Speaking, yeah.
What is the definition of a womanizer in this?
That's what I was curious about too.
So, what from what I gather, the broad strokes of it is just that a person, I guess it just doesn't necessarily have to be a man, but someone who uses like, or abuses a woman either like mentally, physically, spiritually. Like you do something to manipulate them and put them under your rule or something, like almost in a way that's unfair to them though.
So
in
what space did Kevin Samuels do this?
Well, some women think the way he talks though is like there is a way. There is a way to say everything. You feel what I'm saying? Like
I feel that, but listen, when you was a kid, right? When you was a kid and your mama needed you to do something, you know what I'm saying? Like she could say, "Hey, Mike, go take the trash out," or she could be like, "Hey, Mike, go take that fucking trash out." Did it make a difference in what her motives and objection was, and what her option was as far as what she wanted you to do?
Nah, it didn't make that difference. Nah.
But it's so like people need to stop being so goddamn sensitive.
See that, and I agree with you, but it's such a fine line because I have to realize that the way I am and the way I think and the way that like I go out and perceive the world of things is strictly based off what I've been through. No one else has gone through what I've gone through. Mm-hmm. Likewise, I can't say what someone else can take or what they can't take. Mm-hmm. I can think it's sensitive to me, but at a certain point, it's just like, but to them, how do they perceive it? Like they might think that you are being too harsh for them.
But at the end of the day, that's when you have the choice to go pick where you receive your opinion from.
Nah, I give you that.
Because at the end of the day, you can you know exactly who he is. You know exactly how he responds to questions. You know exactly how he conducts himself when he does what he does. Mm-hmm. So at this point in time, you want that.
Exactly.
You don't want to admit that you want that, but you want somebody to be brutally honest with you. You just don't know how to properly take what brutally honest is. Like, because otherwise, you could completely avoid calling him because you know. It ain't like you don't see what's in front of you. Like it's a difference between turning the corner not knowing what's there and bending that corner knowing exactly what you finna see when you turn. You know what he got coming.
Cause like you said, he keeps the same energy every time. It's not like he switches up. Like,
and depending on what your question is, it's gonna base off what your options are. Like that's what you called for.
And what your answer is, because that's how he makes his, as far as points, that's how he makes his assessment and gives off of you, your energy. So you can't really be mad at him when.
But a lot of women say, and so this kind of might be like a little bit of the womanizing, that he makes it so physical, like that 6-figure niggas, regardless if they look attractive from a physical standpoint, they are obligated or they should only have beautiful women. He's not
saying that they should only have beautiful women, but he's in here saying that because of the lifestyle that he is capable of providing for himself, what makes you feel he should settle for your shit.
Yeah, but I'm saying, but he equates a lot of that to the financial and the physical. To things that some people might deem aren't necessarily like what makes people compatible. Mm-hmm.
But that's what companionship starts with. Those are the first 2 levels of companionship.
Physical.
It's what you see.
I feel
those
are
the
first 2 levels.
When I'm dating a woman, the first thing I'm not worried about is how much money she got. You know what I'm saying? If I just see that she can take care of her, like she's stable, that's good enough for me.
But you said stable, right? Yeah. So that means that you are equating financial.
Well, yeah, but
because
it's a difference between
stability.
It's a difference between being stable and thriving.
Would you talk to a bum right now?
A bum?
A female bum.
No.
So that means that finances matter to a certain extent. Because stability doesn't mean that you're rich. Right. It means that you got your shit in order, which is still a financial situation.
Right. No, for sure. I definitely feel that finance, like all those things are considered consider it, but for me, the first two things that I look for, of course, is physical. But then aside from the physical, it's more like a vibe, like for real. Like I don't care how much money you got. If you sitting there getting on my nerves, if you can't give me my peace of mind, like a shit like that, like I'm not gonna want to deal with you.
Yeah, but that's
But you can't get to the vibe until you get
that's
through
still
the-
third
thank
level.
you.
That was second.
That's level 3.
No, but
honestly.
okay,
Cause
but
I chill with a
physical.
girl before I chill with a girl or like invite a girl over or go somewhere on the day with her before I find out her finances.
But what
or,
if she
you
ain't
know.
got no car? What if she can't get to you and you gotta go pick her up?
I mean, shit. And
And you go pick her up from her mama house. Honestly, if you do that, by the time you get to her mama house, get her in the car, you probably done already canceled the whole situation out.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Like you just like, damn, I'm here now.
Yeah. Nah, I feel you on that.
and let
Nah, I feel
me
you on
take
And
her
before
home.
you get to the vibes,
you feel
Cause
me?
I'm
You
not
are
trying to take
physical.
care of anybody else.
Yeah, and you completely ignoring the vibe at that moment because it's
Right.
like 2 X's already happened.
Yeah, I guess to
So it ain't a-
But if I was okay, so this is the thing. This is what I'm getting at. And I guess I could see myself dating a woman who was a 7. Strong ass 6, 7 if everything else was in accordance. Like I don't need a 8. I don't need a bad bitch. That's what I don't need. You know what I'm saying? Cause they, not all, a lot of them fucking headaches. You know what I'm saying?
for sure.
So you know, it's just like I don't need no super high maintenance. Don't mean I ain't gonna take care of you. Don't mean I ain't gonna want to spoil you. But I don't need, like me personally, like when it come to anything at car buying, when it come to clothes shopping, like I don't like to buy shit that is gonna take me a lot to keep the upkeep after I've spent or invested in you. Like it's like, damn, I already invested in you. Now I got to keep this at a higher level than what it was when I invested in you.
But what he's pretty much saying is it's the difference between it being that would change possibly. I'm not saying it definitely would, but that would change possibly
You just saying
more money.
based off if you 7 figures right now.
Yeah.
And those things, that's a part of your lifestyle. You got a Bentley, you got a Rolls Royce. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If a woman is sitting here coming with that same thing, like a woman like Jules who has the ambitions to be on that level, she gonna get her something for her.
Yeah.
So if she come with her own things and you see that she maintains herself like that, she ain't high maintenance.
Right?
In
No,
that
yeah.
matter. You feel what I'm saying?
No, that's what I
So,
want. But she
yeah.
don't have to. But so I don't mind a girl who is like bougie or wants the better things. You know what I'm saying? As long as she's not like needing
not
me,
dependent
yeah,
on you.
needing me to be
To
the what
finance and to maintain her levels.
I need you to have that lifestyle
Yeah.
before you
Before you
let
match
me.
me. But that's the same
most
energy.
of them, most of them women who Kevin Samuels are discussing are women
man.
who don't have that shit for
energy.
themselves,
Oh, yeah, not
and
that-
they want a
that too.
nigga who already
It's gonna
got
set
his
them
shit
up.
already up there, who's
Right.
gonna establish them in that manner.
Yeah.
Like so, that's why
but
he's
I
saying.
just know he does a lot with that number rating. Like he be ooh.
But this is the
But see,
thing.
but if you listen, like the times that I've heard him, when he cancel out your looks, he go right to how your finances.
Oh,
is.
for sure.
Yeah.
So
for sure, yeah.
if a woman was sitting there saying, "Yeah, I make 500,000 a year, I make 600,000 a year," but she a 7, then he gonna give her some more options
Option,
because
yeah.
you're
You
in
make-
a
yeah,
bracket.
you in a different
you're in
level,
a bracket
yeah.
where
That
you
takes
got
you to
options.
another
You
level.
have
Yeah,
more
yeah, yeah,
options.
I got you.
But he canceling out because you can't beat ugly and broke and want a rich nigga. Like make it make sense. Like
I'm tired.
just make it make sense.
For real, nah,
That's
yeah.
all he's saying.
Yeah.
Just make it make sense for
Yeah.
what your life is.
Right.
And
What
for where
your
you
life
are,
is.
because the
Yeah.
thing about it, like how you were saying that a lot of people that make 7 figures, they're gonna date someone who is like, you know, whatever you associate as being bad. Okay, but look at the dating pool; they have access to as far as women
different-
from
yeah,
wherever.
A larger array.
So it don't matter. Why would I settle for somebody that works currently in a call center when I know Monday through Friday she can't fly out to Dubai or the Maldives? Like, let's just be honest about like the situations.
Your lifestyle
your
different.
lifestyle is different. So that's just like an honest thing about
he just
learning
being
your
Cause
life.
he tell dudes
That
it's
is
not
very
like he spare
Oh, no, yeah,
he
for
don't
sure,
spare
yeah.
dudes.
Nope.
he was talking,
He
do
done
you
told
have a
some
big
niggas,
dick?
yeah.
Do you have a big dick? You work you export mail. You are a mailman.
Yeah.
And he'll ask you how much money you make annually, and he'll ask you what's your weight and what's your height, and that dictates his answer. It's not saying that I'm trying to, as far as shame
just-
you.
yeah, I guess-
It's I'm trying to be realistic about the world that we
Yeah.
live in,
Yeah.
and that's very true.
It's
Nah,
about the
definitely-
times.
I definitely.
And all it is we in a society of butthurt ass people
People,
just in
yes.
general. Like motherfuckers are ultra sensitive,
And
hypersensitive.
Participation trophies. Those are giving out.
Everybody want a yes man. Like,
Yes.
don't nobody want that real, and he just giving that real.
Yeah.
Derrick Jaxon is sitting up there soliciting nothing but bullshit. It's a dude out there that shit apply to, but it wasn't him.
Yeah,
You
for
feel
sure.
what I'm saying?
Obviously now that we
It's
see,
not
yeah.
him.
And the thing that bothers me the most though about the entire Derrick Jaxon situation is like he got his. Ooh, almost said he got his woman believing it. I almost said he almost got his.
But not
It's similar. It's equivalent to a false prophet.
For
You
sure,
feel me?
because
It's
that's
equivalent.
Because that's how she following him for real.
But they think that she also might have like Stockholm syndrome or like a lot of mental health things where it's like you just have ingrained yourself to believe these things. And so it's like you just will go along with it because that's like the tunnel vision that you have.
But how long has he been with her? Which
Since
is
she was in college.
All right, and that means that at that point in time, 9 times out of 10, she hasn't ever been with another person.
nigga.
But not just that, she also knew probably.
On top of that, like, that means that since college, he's had an opportunity to mentally condition her to whatever spectrum of
There you go.
thoughts that he wants her to be.
For sure,
Like,
and that's what I think has happened though. That's what I'm saying. That's why I think like
that's false prophet.
he's definitely like going on some Jim Jones shit. Like really, like, and she gonna drink the Kool-Aid, whatever it is. She gonna drink the drink. Like if she don't catch herself. So I'm just really worried about her.
I do too.
For sure.
Especially going on. Why would you? Charlamagne said it on the Breakfast Club. Why would you have your wife hold your hand when she went there cheating with you?
Man,
why do you need support? That's just about your business, saving your brand, and to me, that's effed up.
Not only that,
I think he
not only
definitely
that, though,
needed that.
you didn't want her to present herself as a beautiful black woman. You sitting here, she got on this lazy ass long sleeve shirt. She got on this fucking bonnet.
It's balmy bunny,
Foggy glasses.
According to her, it was because
Still
she
the helmet of salvation.
exactly.
Face
So
She's
you
lying.
know what? I'm just going. If that's how
lying.
she felt,
lying.
you know what?
She
That's
lying.
fine.
She lying. And the reason he had her like that is because he didn't want another
Anybody.
dude looking at her like, damn,
Yeah.
what you doing?
I
that's
know,
a control
I know,
thing, and that's
I
a
know,
narcissistic vibe.
I know a young lady right now who they like nigga won't let her wear bathing suits. Nigga won't like. I be like, first off, that's a very insecure way
that's also
of
a form
dealing
of
with the
abuse.
woman. That's a
form of
it's
abuse.
Yeah, for sure. And I think that's just a very insecure way of looking at it. Like, if you feel like you at a certain level of and you want a certain level woman or man, then at the same token, you got to know that there are other people who are looking and wanting that same woman or man. So it's like you have to understand and trust your partner to be like, all right, bet. Like, I know niggas gonna be after you. I know women gonna be after you, and you just like, shit, I'm just gonna let it ride as long as you are not crossing them. Set them boundaries now. You know what I'm saying? Don't trip cause a woman walk up to your dude out in public while he's with you, introduce you to her, but she still give him a hug. Like, nah, he done did everything he was supposed to do. He let her know who you were. You know what I'm saying? This is my woman. Introduce it, but this is an old friend of mine. Like, I'm gonna speak. Yeah, I'm gonna speak to my old friend if it's strictly like that. If it's not, if it's
Y'all wouldn't be saying that to each other anyway.
right, that's what I'm saying. Because if it's not, I haven't dealt with the female that I think would disrespect my lady like that. You know what I'm saying? In that way, to like try to make it something, especially if I ain't been giving you no rhythm, no pressure, no nothing. So like, why are you even? I don't think I have a lady that I've dealt with that would do my lady like that.
Well, that's good.
But you know, I do, getting back to Derrick, I do appreciate the fact that whoever he was cheating with told, because I was getting tired of seeing women buying into the bullshit. Because the way he talks about men is such a fictitious storybook type of way. That's probably why that book you bought was fire. Cause he knows how to do that, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, I think every nigga really knows how to sell a dream.
Yes.
The fact that this nigga did a reaction video
Oh my God.
on himself and used third person.
Narcissism.
Yes,
it's,
for
it's
sure.
really
Definitely
narcissistic.
I don't know if the guy thought, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if he thought it was a joke or anything, but hey, I'm here. I'm going to do it. And I'm definitely using third person on this.
Like, nothing really wrong.
You know, I feel like the girl, I'm more concerned about her. She looked uncomfortable. But then after the further conversation, I just realized that's her demeanor. And I feel like the guy was very accountable. It's very accountable.
Like that's very weird to me. Like to really sit there. Like we have a friend that talk about himself in third person. You know what I'm talking about. But like he does that to be funny.
Right.
I've never seen a nigga like really
Dead ass.
Yeah, like really. So it's like, bruh. First off, you can tell that you don't even really feel bad for what you did.
Nope.
There's no like.
There's no
either
remorse.
you don't think you did anything wrong, or you still haven't taken accountability.
You wouldn't even be heavily
for it.
on social media right now. You would be tending to your wife and what y'all got going on.
Right,
Y'all.
because that's a problem,
you
nigga.
go.
If you out here cheating multiple times in y'all bed. In your
somebody
bed,
would have to
let
die,
no respect.
guys.
You could at least
Somebody
take it
would
to the
have to die.
hotel. Like, bro, it's a way
But
to
you
do
did,
stuff.
so you didn't see the part that wasn't the only woman. You know,
That's what I'm saying. Multiple.
Y'all
That's what I'm
gotta
saying.
say
Multiple.
the doctor who was pregnant.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he got somebody pregnant.
Okay, if you go look at his videos,
See, I ain't see the whole.
okay, so
thing.
if you go look at his reaction videos, it's always most of the time a house that's in the back with like these big tall white arches in it. That's a woman that he was cheating on her with house. You know what I'm saying? The doctor got pregnant. She didn't know that he was married. She knew he told her that she was separated.
They were separated. Yeah.
Yeah. So she knew nothing about the situation in that
Ladies,
regard.
man that's separated is still legally married.
Amen. Please tell it.
Stop
Jesus.
it. God damn, there's no excuse. Like,
And divorce,
just wait.
you can expedite a divorce.
But the thing is actually people who actually are separated,
and then
they
usually have a agreement.
Yeah,
where
they live in
allow,
separate houses. Everything is separate.
I need the documentation. I need the receipts. And this is coming from someone like my dad cheated on my mom and like had some effed up stuff going on in their life. I am very adamant. Like I'm never dating anybody that's separated, that they're going through a separation agreement, because some states say that you have to do a year separated before you divorce.
You can actually get divorced.
Nah, I need the paper. And if you don't got no paperwork, don't even keep it pushing, player.
Sure, yeah, that shit. I can't.
Nah.
Women who are fooled, I feel like want to be fooled. Or no, they're not even women. Let's take it bigger than women, because I don't want to make this just a woman thing. People who want to be fooled will be fooled. Cause this is the thing. This is what I mean. If I'm looking for something that I can't seem to get from myself and I need it from someone else, I'm willing to take whatever they give me sometimes just to have that person, you know what I'm saying, in my presence. I feel like a lot of people are like that. A lot of people deal with shit that they know they shouldn't deal with, just so they can have that person in their presence. Not even companionship, because it can't be really a companionship if y'all not on the same page and y'all not moving at the same speed, you know what I'm saying, got the same things in mind, same ideas, same goals. It really can't be a companionship. It's just you just want their presence there. Something about their presence makes you feel either comfortable. So I just think when you get to that point, it just makes you so susceptible to like whatever you say, like, okay, yeah. Like, I think you just want to be fooled at this point, because you know now, like, shit, this is not serving you any purpose other than he's there or she's there and it's a presence there. I stretched out a relationship over years that should have been dead in a year or two. Simply for that reason. And I think it was the same on her end. Like, simply for that, like, we both knew like we was bullshitting each other. Not necessarily on an infidelity, but just on how much you give. You know what I'm saying? In a true relationship. And I think we just used to just buy into the bullshit and the shit that we were saying along the way, because we just at the end of the day, it's like we used to just being around each other. Sex. It ain't always a sexual thing, though.
Sometimes it is, and I'm not like
no, for sure. Nah, that's
sex with drag, good sex from a toxic situation will stretch at that bitch.
Now you might stop talking to the person, but you might go back because you be like, oh wait, okay, actually,
because you'll try to test the water, go fuck something, you didn't like it,
but actually, we're gonna go back to door number one.
That's the thing about it though. With me, like,
go back to door one.
And we've had this conversation, like, you know, niggas ask you like, who is the best? Da 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 da. And what I tell y'all a lot of time, like, bro, I don't know who the best, because I've never met a woman, as far as just if you strip away my emotions and you strip away the passion I had for her, I've never I haven't met too many women that I've been with sexually that I was like, they just had trash cat. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was trash. Like, seldomly have I come across that. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like at a certain level, most women are like on the like this is.
So you ain't never had no spit star pussy, Mike.
I mean, that's why I say it's been seldom occasions where that has to happen. That's what I'm saying. Most time it's already wet, tight, warm. Like, you know what I'm saying? Most times.
All right.
You ain't never had that pussy that got an expiration time on his witness. You can't fuck it too long.
Seldomly. That's what I'm telling you. That's what I'm saying. It doesn't. Or like, shit, we drunk as fuck, so I know sooner or later she gonna be dehydrated. Like, those are things that I know for myself. The only women that I say were the best sex, or like I can remember the most, were the ones that I had
emotional connection,
an emotional connection with. But you know, there's only been like 2 or 3 women in my life. Like, maybe I say 5 tops in my lifetime that I was really emotionally connected to. And a lot of women are like, nah, that's impossible because you haven't sex. They were like, but a lot of people like that.
I'm sorry.
Damn, I'm just sorry. City girl, not
rude. No,
I'm just talking shit. But
it's a for the women that Mike has smashed. We are sorry that y'all found out this way. We are so sorry.
But for real, listen. Most of the women,
it ain't you. It ain't you.
Most of the women that hear this and hear what I'm saying, I already know this. That's the thing about it. Like, for real. Like, I'm not Kevin Samuels, but I'm gonna be pretty upfront and forward with what it is. Like, here's a story that I'm gonna tell you off camera.
It's somebody from 20 to 20, from his 20 to 25 that is not aware.
Well, yeah, maybe not from that long ago. Nah, so maybe not college days, but nah, for sure. But getting into that, let's keep moving this way, because we have it's a very sensitive subject because of the legalities of it. It hasn't been proven yet, but Deshaun Watson is now up to 19 civil lawsuits.
Bill Cosby and this man.
So then this is the thing. Before I'm so dismissive, this is how I feel about the entire situation. Before I get so dismissive, because my first reaction was okay, 1 or 2. I don't know. Are they trying to get a money grab? Then there was a whole bunch. I'm like, oh, so now all of them lying because they anonymous and they haven't presented a criminal, or they haven't presented the evidence to the Houston Police Department yet, or to the DA to try to pursue criminal charges. They reached out to them before they started filing the suits for settlements. I get all that, but the thing that kind of bothers me is, and I was talking to somebody who didn't even, like, I was cutting somebody here today and they didn't know who Deshaun Watson was, and I was just telling them, like, I'm gonna talk about this on the podcast later. And I was telling him what he was accused of. He was like, oh yeah, that nigga did it. Because what he said was, he was just like, and I didn't even think about it like that. He was like, okay, so even if I were a guy who wanted massages all the time, if I was getting it on a regular basis, most times, unless I'm on the road, I'm going to be using the same masseuse over and over. You know what I'm saying? Because that's somebody touching my body. That's somebody. First off, it's my body. I don't want just anybody touching my body. So if I find somebody who does a good job of that, then why would I keep switching from masseuse to masseuse to masseuse? They think that it was probably because possibly that he did something that they deemed was either inappropriate or just something that was kind of just like misconduct. Not saying he did. I'm not. Let me say this. Hold on. Let me say this, because I'm not to say whether he did or didn't, because I don't know. I'm not gonna say I don't care to know, but I'm not going to give an opinion or condemn him for anything until I know for sure.
The thing that pisses me off is I don't appreciate when, even if he did do it, he been did it. So therefore, y'all been knew about it. Y'all been aware of it. So why does Caucus like to make shit fall on your head when you try to make a decision that is not pleasing to what they want?
And the attorney is friends with the owner of
How Ironic.
Or the owners. No, the original owner died, I think, last year, but his son or something like that. Like,
so my thing is this: with a person that has power and money, you don't think that it's impossible for me. Say you do something that I don't like. You don't want to, you know what I'm saying? Whatever the case may be. And I know that you have a specific thing that is appeasing to your vices. You know what I'm saying? You don't think that I'm able to go to this spot that you were going to get your vices at and say, hey, I have X amount of dollars for you to get X amount of women to say such and such about this guy.
No, it's definitely. I think it's definitely plausible. It's plausible for sure.
Like,
I'm not saying it's not.
Cause it's just like, especially when it's a ripple effect. Like that's the shit that be pissing me off. Like,
but my thing is, and I don't want to do this though, because like I said, I've been going back and forth because I often look at it as a man. Like I'm a first way I'm gonna look at it is from the perspective of the man. Like that's a very like. And I know women think we play when we say this, but like niggas really be out here like worried about that sometimes. Like if something, like just imagine like if you got drunk enough and y'all had sex and she woke up the next day and said,
did we have sex?
Yeah, did we have sex last night? I don't even, but she can really say like you raped her for real. And so it's like, but we were both drunk.
I was intoxicated the same way you were. So, I didn't take anything from you.
So, but she couldn't give consent. So, but so I'm saying it's such a trick.
Line.
Yeah, it's such a fine
my thing
line.
is this though. Intoxicated consent is consent. Just because you don't remember your consent doesn't mean it wasn't consent. Like
that sounds
good.
Yeah,
it sounds good.
I mean, yeah, like
logically,
Logically, that sounds good. But when, if I have a
Legally,
kid, a son, or whatever, I feel like I'm gonna be the type of mom to be like, yo, you know what? There's this whole app. If you plan on smashing somebody, get them to sign some shit. I'm dead ass because of the fact that there are too many, as far, especially like African American men that get caught up with white women. Unfortunately, sorry to say that, whatever. But like, it's just the statute of how it works, and so they usually take the woman's word over the males, which I'm not saying is right or wrong. I'm just saying as how they, as far as do it in the legal system.
But this is how I look at it too. So hold on.
This shit has been public news. This shit has been public news for since the time that he's goddamn been ready to deal though. You dig what I'm saying? Since the first accusation that's popped up, they didn't do all that for the Seattle house guy, the white boy.
Oh yeah, no,
they didn't.
Who beat the dog shit out of his
girlfriend.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. When Ben Roethlisberger, if I'm not mistaken, he had to take a plea for a lesser charge or something for a sexual assault, literally.
Yeah.
And it was swept on the rug.
Yeah,
That boy still quarterbacking out this
and it was
motherfucker.
more than one occasion too. Like if you don't know, it was more.
And
than
that boy
one.
still out here quarterbacking.
So I
doing his
get you.
thing.
I feel you on that. But I just want to make sure I'm always, because I just be thinking about like Tata Scott. Like if you ever heard that nigga did something, even if our first reaction not gonna be, well, is she lying? It's gonna be, let me go see
Let's
about
go
this.
ride
nigga.
out.
You feel what I'm saying?
But I'm gonna tell my kids. Thank you for saying that, because I'm gonna tell my kids, don't go out here soliciting your pussy when you intoxicated, unless it's your nigga, because you know that you consensual with your nigga.
Yeah.
But when it's somebody that you just trying to meet or encounter, you shouldn't be out here soliciting your pussy.
You right.
Just take your ass home.
You
right.
And you should
Because I don't get drunk around everybody.
If she tell you something
sure.
after you still told her that, you like, your first thing not gonna say, I know you're not gonna say, well, you shouldn't have been there. Your first thing gonna be like, you gonna try to figure out what happened.
Yeah.
But you ain't gonna be like, well, I told you.
But I also ain't gonna let my love for my child criminalize a nigga that is innocent. You know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't. I'm not gonna do it like that. You feel me? Like, I gotta get down to the bottom of it. That's why really got, because it's a gray area, bro. Because it's like, this somebody's child too.
Right.
At the end of the day, he a boy, but he's somebody's child.
Sure.
And if I'm sitting here trying to get this man put in jail for some shit that happened at a time when both of them were under a situation. It was a situation. Just being intoxicated and unaware.
What's the word
on both sides? Cause hell, I'm sure you done probably got so drunk at one point in time you didn't know if you fucked the girl that you was with.
I've definitely heard stories.
But you get what I'm saying though? Like, niggas go through the same damn shit.
Sure.
I can't sit here and go press charges on that one.
I wouldn't say I was ever raped or nothing like that. I wouldn't consider that rape. I just be like, damn, I got so lit. Cause
niggas don't think like that. A nigga don't think like that. A nigga want that credit if he know or not.
Oh my gosh.
You know what I'm saying? It ain't like he gonna be like, shit, what you was doing touching me? I don't remember this. I'm calling the police. How could you?
I wonder what would happen though if a guy were to do that though. Not just from a legal standpoint, because I know legally there are certain things they would have to at least look into. But like from a cultural standpoint, like how would niggas really look at it?
Laugh at his ass. He'll get bashed. He'll get talked about so bad.
But what if it was true though?
That's what y'all did to Tyler
But he'll
Perry.
get talked about so bad. He'll get talked about so bad. He'll be the butt joke of social media for a very long time, bro.
You talking about you got raped because he was drunk.
And even when it comes to Deshaun Watson, bro, everybody who's heard of massage parlors,
No,
mostly ran by Asians.
Sometimes you can get some happy.
Know what a happy ending is. And niggas usually say it at the end. They don't assume it's coming. They say happy ending.
Yeah, I'm about to say that's a real thing. Yeah, that's definitely.
So it's like, come on, man, like. This should be ridiculous to us.
That's what what I'm thinking happened, bro. Like, bro, probably just like he know that what. Like,
and this is off the subject.
Happy ending.
But niggas will sit here and go to the extremes that they doing for this shit. But ain't nobody said nothing about Lil Nas X coming out with a demonic ass shoe under Nike and saying verbally out of his mouth that his audience that he wants to appeal to is kids.
Yeah. Nah, I feel you.
That is wrong. It's very.
Have you
wrong.
seen the shoe? Bro, this shit is a. This is a demonic fucking.
And it has blood.
Fuck the video. It has human blood in the sole of the shoe.
Yep.
It has the Baclamet symbol on the laces, like the laces, the shoes laced up, and then they got this little Baclamet symbol on the front of it, the upside down 5-point star on the front of the fucking shoe, dog. And Luke 10:18 on the side of it, which is a Bible scripture. How ironic, but it's referencing Satan.
Yeah,
but
referencing Satan.
This is a shoe. Jesus ain't even got his first shoe yet.
But the bad thing is Nike decided to do it. That's what I had a problem with.
This is what I found out about that, because that's what I was wondering too. So you know how like some people when they get like Kuzma doesn't have a signature shoe, but he has a Nike ID to where he can customize the shoe however he likes it.
So Lil Nas customized his own shoe.
Lil Nas X customized and ordered a bunch of pairs.
Yeah. Check this out. Let me show you where that nigga get the stars from. Where he get the Baclamet sent? How did he get Nike ID don't offer that motherfucker.
But I haven't. So I'm not on the level of Nike, like, cause the Nike ID membership that Kuzma has is something different than like a Nike ID that one of us might have.
But Nike has to authorize.
But Nike has you have to have a country. You have to have some form of contract.
I feel you.
As a Nike player, that's how Ray Allen is. Even Jordan brand.
LeBron.
You're not necessarily gonna have your own shoe, but guess what? You got access to all these other shoes to get customized.
When it comes to your freedoms, if I tell you can customize your shoe how you deem, then I can let you do what you want to do, and I can still, as a company, say it's not an official. Yeah, it's not an official Nike release.
But they have not voiced anything.
Yeah,
they came out and said that they were like they came out and said like they did not endorse the shoe. Like,
and you know what? And you know why they said that? Because they try to
cover their ass.
And that's the only reason.
Yeah,
this shit got packaging, a boxing.
Sure does.
I mean, I'm sure.
It's details to this motherfucker.
But
if you think Nike realized it, Nike really was pushing it behind, you think they only gonna press up 1,000 pair?
Yeah, for sure. Because it was a specific. It's a specific. It's 1018. It was 1,018 pairs. Luke 1018. Like it had specifics about it. You feel what I'm saying? Like it's just in details. Like they didn't let Ye do it, which is why he left. Ye didn't have full. It's plenty of shoes that Kanye wanted to be made that they turned his ass around about. Like, no, we not gonna drop that. No, we don't want to do that. So they could have easily said, "Don't put our name on that shit."
And he could have released it as just his own
Nas
as far
X
as
shoe instead of a Nike shoe.
He went and got 1,018 pair of shoes pressed up and went and got blood dropped on the soles of them himself. Like it's just a whole lot of stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, he got a machine behind him. Though,
yeah, for sure. He gave the devil a lap dance on his music video. Yeah, if you didn't see it,
I did. And I think
I caught 10 seconds and I was out.
I think this is what a lot of people giving a lot of flack about the Christian community for. It's like, Christians only want to speak up when it's time for somebody, or when it's something about somebody being gay. Don't nobody get no fuck about this man being gay.
Not at all. But he was.
It's like this. Even if you don't believe in Christianity, you don't believe in Satan. Just imagine whatever you believe in wholeheartedly, what you were raised on. Somebody goes and make a mockery of that shit in your face and is laughing about the shit. Yeah, I'm gonna have a problem with that shit.
Exactly.
Like, what the fuck?
It has nothing to do with him being a homosexual
like,
man.
no, but
because now it's devil worshiping. It's not
like,
the fucking same. It's not the.
If you equate what he's doing to sexual freedoms or being able to just express yourself how you want to express yourself,
you're ignorant.
I know you can say that.
You're ignorant,
but you can't get mad at people for perceiving it how you, because you're putting it out there for perception. Everything you do is being put, even if you're not intending for it to be perceived by someone. Everything that you put out there is for
the
perception.
red flag for anyone should have been when this nigga said, "My audience is kids."
Yeah.
But now
that
this
is a red flag.
He posted on Twitter today, which I kind of understood, because Jordan Lucas made a comment about the shoes and about as far as him saying that his audience is kids, and Lil Nas X came back and was like, well, in Old Town Road, I'm also talking about drinking lean and doing XYZ. So you let your kid listen to that. So how am I the one to blame? And I was like, well,
I feel you.
But it's not. It ain't. It's about what It's about what the intentions of your motivations are. That's some everyday shit. Worshiping the devil isn't.
Oh no,
you know
I agree.
like,
but I'm saying as far as like if the
majority,
target audience is kids, then like most kids heard about him because of Old Town Road, and so if you knew like the lyrics are whatever, you still made the decision. So I'm not saying that the devil worshiping is wrong, but as far as a lot of kids didn't know about this man until this one song.
Yeah, but it's just like lean. He referenced lean on one bar.
I don't know. I haven't listened to all of the songs.
One bar
so
of Old Town Road. The rest of it is completely.
Is there a negative?
I don't. But this is the thing about the whole kid presentation. It's about presentation too. Like, I believe that you can rap some lyrics and present it in a way to where it's still kid friendly and still be talking about something that isn't savory for kids to digest, if that makes sense.
Okay, now, so they're not going to understand.
So they didn't understand on Old Town Road.
They go right past that.
They go right past that bar.
Now you're in a video.
I didn't even listen to. I haven't looked at all the lyrics, so I don't know.
Now you're in a video in all leather, in all patent leather,
what song is
giving the devil a lap dance. I
don't even know the name. He got like red braids in his head.
I saw a piece of it on Shade Room. I saw him bend over to give the devil a lap dance, and I went away from it.
I just saw him, like one of my little homeboys was getting a cut yesterday, and he showed me. I knew nothing about it. I saw him trending.
Yeah, I haven't heard this song.
But the part I saw was him like riding the pole all the way down, like he was giving a pole dance.
Yeah, I saw an Instagram video.
Not only that, this is my issue. No one is sitting here judging you for being a homosexual man. Nobody ever judged you for being a homosexual male. When you came out, you got the utmost support.
You did.
So therefore, that's not the problem. That's never been the issue, nigga. Like,
I mean, of course,
you were a homosexual male. But I'm just saying, like, as far as the majority of what society rocks. I mean,
in 2019, 2020, the climate for someone coming out was definitely a lot more mild than it would have been if
in 2005.
Yeah, but that's because masculinity is not existing anymore as far as pushed to
the mainstream.
It's not like the androgynous male is the identity of men now.
Can we put a pin right there? Because I always wanted to ask y'all this question. So do you believe that? And I love my women, my black queens. I love it. But do you believe that there is sometimes a push, whether it's because of circumstance, like men being out of the household, or whether it's just something that an agenda that's being pushed, that where they are trying to make women more of the dominating like figure in black society more so than the male? Do you think that it's because of a bigger agenda to I ain't gonna say
deconstruct as far as black
to an extent, to an extent,
no, to deconstruct the black man,
to
make him feel
inferior,
right?
To an extent, I feel like it used to be a point in time where women used to be like, the reason they talk to women is because the sensitivity. I need more sensitivity. Like, people were trying to push men to be more sensitive instead of being more mentally balanced. Like. You know what I'm saying? Just because I'm fucked up in the head doesn't mean that I need to be more sensitive. It means that I need a little more repair. You know what I'm saying? Like, I need to seek help and find a way to balance myself out to where I can understand you. I can be able to offer the affection when I need to. Like, I ain't even at that point yet. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm working on it. I'm a work in progress. But at the end of the day, that is what needs to be done. Not a man becoming ultra sensitive because it's no such thing as super sensitive and super masculine. They don't sleep in any bed together.
And let me put this out here too, because a lot of people push homosexuality as a way to try to demasculate men or emasculate men, and I don't think I know a few men who are gay and are still masculine though. Like, you know, it doesn't make them less of a man. I know men who are heterosexual and are not masculine. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And like how, as far as like in the approach, when I think of a man, I'm thinking of like provider, caregiver, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm thinking of more than just
like protect
what I like to, who I have to have, like who I want to have sex with. You see what I'm saying? I'm thinking of like the things that come along with being an alpha
male,
king of the jungle.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? King Kong, Godzilla type.
Yeah, but they don't want black men beating their chest though.
Right? No,
you know what I'm saying?
Well,
Like,
it's intimidating.
Yeah.
for
they
a
want
lot
us to
of
be
cultures.
docile as fuck. Yeah, they want brown and black men to be, because they know, and this is not true for every, because you know this is never a baseline like fact for all whites or all blacks, but they know, like, you know what I'm saying, if we are able to really tap into that, even if it's in a positive way, the way we gonna get shit moving and shaking, like, you know what I'm saying?
It would be
Like,
amazing.
yeah,
It would be
they
amazing.
They know that we can really change
The narrative
shit.
But
and
not-
the
but not-
trajectory.
But not
not
only that though. It's more about population control as well. You have to understand, if shit continues to go on the way it's going on in the next 25 years, white people would damn near be extinct
Minority.
because they don't make enough kids.
They don't
reproduce enough
at the same rate. Yeah,
they don't reproduce. So you got this people who are sitting here trying to lessen our
Impact.
options of making all these babies.
but you know how they do that too, though. Not just with emasculating
black
men, but
women,
with like, but with food, type of foods we eat. A lot of these foods that we eat now make us sterile.
Black women, in terms of like as far as childbirth and like dying from childbirth, black women
Man,
are statistically
I did not
higher
know those
to
numbers.
die away
Oh, man.
during childbirth than a white woman.
I was looking at one of my friends. She's a doula, and how you say it, doula. Yeah, and she was like giving all the numbers and stuff about how like black women really be dying in the care of like
white
giving birth.
white
I'm like,
physicians. Yes,
Intentionally
It's a
too.
thing.
They don't make it. They don't. It doesn't show as
I didn't know
intentional,
that.
but
That shit crazy.
it's definitely
It's
a setup. It's a conspiracy.
But do you think like maybe even birth control and those things like
yes.
contain?
Ugh.
Not only do they keep you while you're on it from having a child, but do you think maybe they might contain something that it leaves something in your body that even if you stop taking it, gives you complications
For a certain period of time.
No, not just for a certain period of time. It could be for as far as lasting effects.
Oh wow.
Because of the fact that for me, so okay, let's start off with this. White schools, I went to Florida State, most people know that. They push birth control because of the fact that they say that it will help regulate your period, which is actually not very true at all, because it's pumping your body full of estrogen, which is actually estrogen dominance. It can have like really bad effects in terms of long-term health effects. So yeah, I've been off birth control forever, and I still, like, there are things that I know, like, they are side effects from me taking birth control at like 19, 20 to 23.
Yeah, and I was in a class at Bama, and they taught us that birth control was really at first about population control. I forgot the white lady name. She's the mother of eugenics. What's her name? God damn, I can't think of her name, but yeah, she's like the mother of eugenics, and she was like, now that blacks are starting to be or have been quote unquote freed or aren't slaves anymore, like, you saw how they were producing while we had them locked up. Just imagine what they gonna do. Let's tell them it's a pill to keep them from, because they could die from having, you know what I'm saying? It was just like the whole goal was to keep, you know what I'm saying? Yep. Yeah, Margaret. That's all I remember. Margaret, Miss Dr. Eugenics, whatever they call her. Yeah, I learned about her. And like, white dude taught me this too. It was very insightful to see that for years there has been a thing about population control, like, documented. Like, we know this is true. But yeah, every time you say something about them trying to do population control, it's like, oh, you're a conspiracy theorist. You know what I'm saying? Or even if simple shit like with me talking about the COVID vaccine and me not being pressed to take it right now. Like, people be like,
Why
on my
not?
neck,
You don't
like,
trust
oh, so you
science?
one of them. What the fuck? Who is one of them?
What is one of them?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Because I don't want to take a shot that is not even FDA approved or never going to be FDA regulated.
So listen.
But FDA regulates every fucking thing else. But y'all don't want them to regulate what is a pandemic.
But
drug.
not just
So,
that,
but
they
that
regulate things that have side effects to where you then have to sue someone. So it's like, okay.
So listen, that's why. And I'm not, because I've been sent peer reviews from people who want to send me things about all the research and the data and the animal trials that they have done. But what they don't realize about all of this is that they are currently, they didn't start human trials and didn't have to have human trials until they started administering the test because of it was a pandemic. So since it was a pandemic, the FDA gave them like an emergency clearance to clear it. So no, it hasn't been FDA approved, but they used the pandemic to say, let us slide this gene therapy in it, because that's all it is. Moderna is mRNA. If you remember anything from like biology or stuff back in the day, you remember how like the data, your DNA chains, how they break, and they have different enzymes. So basically, all this is something that's supposed to attach or enzyme itself to you, to where it's like they're going to see over time how it does you. So we are literally.
We are test dummies.
But they also still have just started, well, they just started, but they started human trials toward the top of the year. And the numbers are looking pretty promising. But my point is, they are still currently, like, they still don't know what the fuck this shit gonna do to you. So that's the only reason why I'm so
But it's
concerned.
all the financial motivation, though.
Yeah, for sure.
Like,
That's what I
at the
tell
end of the
folks.
day, like, you want to just keep it trill, you know what I'm saying? Like, real shit. We could have killed this a long time ago. Take the trucks out the road and tell everybody that for 2 weeks ain't
You
shit
stay
about to be
home.
open. And this shit would have been
closing the
over with for
borders.
2 weeks.
Closing the
All
borders.
it would have took was 2 weeks. Since
True.
14 days to quarantine.
Yep. Yeah.
Money stops going when trucks get out the road.
Yeah.
Trucks keep money circulating because they are the ones who import and export other than the motherfucking shit.
But you know, that's the thing that kind of complicates the entire situation, is because America is
Greed.
It's such a corporation. No, it's
Greedy.
It's a corporation. It's a
corporation.
business.
Yeah.
It's a
A greedy
business.
corporation.
But I'm saying, but it's still a corporation. So if, say we have a plant, like or a manufacturing company, and everything is working fine except we have to, except one little section, like something infected, something that seems minuscule. But then we got to shut down everything just to get that under control. You got to think about, not only are we losing money, but we're gonna be losing control. We're gonna be losing, like, you're gonna lose a lot more than just, like, you might lose possibly like your democracy if it's held up to. You see what the white folk did at the Capitol, and we ain't even shut this shit down for real. So just imagine if you were to really shut shit down in America, man, it might be a goddamn riot. You know, even like for real, like.
But the thing is, you know what you gotta have. You know what if everything shut down for 2 weeks, you know what you gotta have to ride? A damn car with some gas in it. Everything, you gotta be able to get to the ride.
Yeah.
Like, you can't do shit if there ain't nothing open.
No, I mean, I'm not saying it's not a bad idea.
Because you know what
But
else
look
you
at
know
New
what else
Zealand.
you know what else you gotta be able to do? Eat.
Yeah.
To ride. You gotta be able to have drinks, beverages, refreshments. These are necessities to fucking ride.
Yeah.
If everything is closed for 2 weeks, you can't do that.
Yeah,
Maybe
but-
the first week.
But some people like, so then what am I supposed to do about food? How am I supposed to eat then? If I
No,
can't
because
leave?
but the thing is, corporations once again have enough money and finances to be able to stock up
Yeah,
every
everybody.
grocery store
Yep.
and spot to be able to supply people for 2 fucking weeks.
Because
that ain't
Jamaica
shit
did
but
it.
14 days. That's not a
Jamaica
lot
did
of
it,
time.
and New Zealand did it too.
Two
They
lot of
closed
people
down
did.
their
2
borders.
fucking weeks, dog.
But
That's all
the
you
thing,
need.
That's the thing about American, like how
It's never people over profit. It's profit.
Exactly,
over
it's profit
people.
over people.
And then you got to think about it too, like these they need, in order for America to really run the way
They
it
need
does,
people to spend.
we need wealthy people to keep their wealth.
But 2 weeks ain't gonna make you broke.
No, for sure, for sure. But they are scared to go at those wealthy people because they know the importance of. Like we were talking about this earlier on a smaller scale. For example, I have a friend. You know what I'm saying? When I had, you was with me in the car when I got pulled over that time for my tent on the camera. You know what I'm saying? Dog tent got pulled over in the camera in Homewood. Makes sense. I'm in Homewood, nigga. Dog tent. I got a homeboy that got a range with dog tent here. He got, like, you know, family ties, got money. You know what I'm saying? Boom. I was like, you ain't worried about getting pulled over? He like, hell nah, nigga. They gonna see this and they might think I'm a white man. You know what I'm saying? Like they're gonna, but that money that just the illusion of the money, you know what I'm saying, makes them get preferences. And I think that's just how it works on a big scale. Yeah, like just on a big scale in America. Like especially when it comes to like niggas like Jeff Bezos. Like, yeah, I'm pretty sure Biden said something about trying to tax these niggas, but we gonna see. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, he knows like, shit, like if I really start fucking with these people, I might really mess with how the economy really set up. You know what I'm saying?
Your economy is fucked up for charging someone taxes on money that they're making. When we get charged on our taxes, so how is it not fucking up the economy when we get charged on our taxes?
I differ, but see, this is the thing. Like they created so many loopholes to allow them to be able to spend that money. So as long as they spending that money, we don't necessarily have to come get that money.
But they spending that money, but it's not getting the government out of debt.
It's not helping the government, but it's helping the economy. Yeah, it's helping companies. Whatever they buying, they buying.
And they'll donate things like
for tax write-offs too. Yeah,
Amazon donate as far as like their fleets of vans, of airplanes, whatever, to deliver food. That's considered a tax write-off for them. So like they are doing a humanitarian good. So it's like they are able to allow their business to still not be taxed heavily because they're giving back in some way, quote unquote.
Okay, so that's the number one richest man in America. What did Bill Gates donate?
I mean,
Bill Gates is
we know
scholarship.
They do.
You know, like the scholarship. That's
I'm saying in regards to just the pandemic.
The pandemic. I thought you were talking about his business.
Nah, I know, like over his duration of time. Yeah, like, but in regards to this pandemic, other than predicting the fucking pandemic. To your point,
like, of course, niggas should be like Jeff Bezos himself could probably finance the feeding of everybody in America. Just the basics. Yeah. Like, niggas ain't got to be out here living lavish for 2 weeks. Just get these niggas 2-3 square meals a day. A household 2-3 square meals a day. I'm pretty sure he has the money.
Not pretty sure he could.
Yeah, so
you found out about his money when he got a divorce.
Yeah, so yeah, like, you feel me? His wife been going dummy. I fuck with his wife though. She been going dummy. She been throwing out bread at HBCU. She's
supposed to be dating somebody that's a teacher.
Yeah,
he said he gonna help her figure out how to use her wealth. What?
Yeah, she didn't.
I was like,
see, Kevin Samuels wrong. Look, she one of the richest women in America. Ooh. She didn't win and got whole regular ass nigga. Regular. You know what I'm saying? One time for the regular nigga.
But you know why she did though? Because she was with the richest man in the world. And she see what that come with. So maybe she want a nigga that can give her all her attention.
All attention, that's true. Now see, that's the thing. See, if you gonna give me, like Kevin Samuels said, if you dating somebody that you know is like ain't on no regular, there are things that you gonna have to deal with. And for me, I would rather cry in a Rolls Royce than a Honda. I'm what my sorry. Boy Future said.
Shit. What my boy Future said.
Okay, I'm gonna be the one that says it.
What you want to cry in?
Baby, I will cry in that Rolls Royce and get my makeup done and come back and be good.
But see, now she got her Rolls Royce, so she ain't tripping. She got her own.
Because she got her own.
I want a nigga that I can roll over every morning, and he gonna be right there.
See, I think that would get old. I think that's gonna get old after a while. I'm sorry.
I can cook him breakfast. The only way to get tired is if she got to pull out her card every time they go. That's the only way. That's the only way. That's the only way. That's the only way she gonna get tired. But she gonna take all that simple shit.
I think she ain't gonna need to trip about that because like the way she was set up, what she was 150 million or 100?
No.
Oh, bill. I'm tripping.
Yes.
Put a B on that, Jack.
Oh, so damn. So you feel me? Like,
but bruh, he didn't quadruple that shit in a year.
That's what I'm saying. But she could literally set up a trust that just pay her every month to take care of him and all that, and not sniff at the money she got like going like she ain't got shit. Jeff Bezos to set her for life. Or she said her,
he gonna be like
she said for life.
He gonna be the first trillionaire in America, and he gonna hit that mark before he's 65.
How old is he now?
Probably like 50s, 55, 56, somewhere in there.
Yeah,
he gonna knock that out the park.
It's crazy, man. That man finna own everything though, for real. That's the crazy thing about it. Like, don't he own the UPS now?
He own.
I mean, not UPS. He own
the post office, but he hadn't put his name on it.
Oh, okay, but I'm saying like he's trying to get his hands in the lot. Y'all remember
57.
He 57?
Yeah, okay,
bet. So yeah, like
65. That boy trillionaire, a multi-trillionaire.
I think though, just thinking from where Amazon started from and to like where they are now, like it's only a matter of time. Well, you can buy cars off Amazon too now. Like it's gonna be to the point. It's like this man really controls everything when it comes to how we. He
controls the economy. He controls economics.
Yeah.
How he runs the economic
like, he's
basis.
really gonna control like how you get anything. Like if you order this online, like it's probably gonna be Amazon. You got to go through Jeff Bezos. If not Amazon, the post office, like it's something that he's gonna be having his hands in.
Bro finna go start buying up the government, though.
It's really, that's what he did.
But he
already started, but
he has money in the government.
Yeah,
like,
I feel like he's gonna be a silent owner of like at least 25 to 50% of the government because he's the only nigga that can buy the debts that they owe.
That's true.
He the only one that can clear.
But this is
the only one that can afford to buy.
When has America given a damn about their debts?
Shit, they care to a certain extent. We just don't know who, cause you gotta understand, America is some real fuck you niggas. Like, you know what I'm saying? Fuck what you talking. So it's a whole lot of shit that be going on that we don't know about. A whole lot of files under their ass that we have no idea be going on. Cause they like, well, fuck y'all. Shit.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like,
come get
when
it.
you think about like the
Cause that's why we keep that army, right?
Yeah, but when you think about the debt, like it keeps.
Yeah, it just keep adding up. Yeah,
so it's like, when has America been like, you know what? Maybe we shouldn't take out this next loan, or maybe we should just slow down on spending money on loans.
When Jeff Bezos said, "Hey man, I see that postal service is looking a little rough for y'all right now, and I just want to help y'all.
For real?
How much y'all want for that?" I ain't gonna say I own it. You ain't got word. I ain't gonna say nothing. I ain't gonna put my name on it. I'm gonna get it though. How much you want for that? Cause a nigga don't care about his name being. Once you got a certain amount of money, you don't care about the recognition for owning it. Long as it's yours.
Right.
A nigga, it's a guy right now on this building. Don't nobody know who the fuck he is. You think he care?
That's true.
You think he care? Long as it's occupied
and making money.
As long as it's occupied.
I was looking at Akon. This kind of goes into ownership, what you're just talking about. Kind of going to a different subject, but. He was saying like a lot of people be big on ownership now. Owning your own company, making your LLC, da. But he was like, one thing that he realized early is that you want to own something that has like real value though. Like, do you want a company that you started that's only worth $100,000 and it's yours, or do you want to be 2% owner in a company that's worth trillions of dollars and you work?
Get what I want. Both.
So I mean, so if you had to choose though,
if you had to choose, then yeah. But what's 2% of a $1 billion company?
I said a trillion, so like trillion. But even $1 billion, 2%, I'm sure is more than 100,000. You see what I'm saying? Like you know what I'm saying? I know it's more than 100,000. Like so, you know, because 2% of 2 million would be, I think, 200,000. If I'm not mistaken, I gotta get 2% of 1 million would be 20,000. So 2% of maybe 10 million would be like, you know what I'm saying, 200,000.
I get his opinion, but that's just for the passive mind though. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause any nigga with ambition, that 2% ain't gonna be enough. Like, not saying I won't get it.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? I take that 2%.
Somebody offer me that.
I take that 2%, but then what? I want something else too. I still want my own shit. I want something that I can regulate. I can't sit here and say what goes on with this company. All I can do is take my money when it comes to me, and they gotta pay me. I'm not paying myself. True. You know what I'm saying? So if this shit ever fall apart, it's gone, and my bread gone, but my company is mine. You know what I'm saying? So I can always take this $100,000 company that I made and build it. It's just about where my ambition falls at in regards to my company and what kind of company it is. You know what I'm saying? But you could build it to be as big as you want it to be.
Have you ever,
if you can afford to?
Have you ever thought about? Because I know a lot of people seem to get uptight sometimes when companies, small companies, grow big and then they sell themselves to like a bigger company, like kind of like. Basically, how what's the name of the company? We'll just use something smaller. Who did this? Oh, Versus. We could do Versus. All right, well, like Versus, how they sold it to Triller. You know what I'm saying? Got paid, gave niggas money though. But then it's like now Triller has a sale. Like it's not just Timberland and Swiss no more. I'm pretty sure they still have control, but I'm pretty sure like if Triller like, but now we on like that.
But that's the objective of some businessmen though. That's the entrepreneurial goal for some businessmen, because that's where the financial freedom comes in. Because I built this up. it was hell. It's a job to maintain this every day.
So I can
but if
sell
I
it to
could
somebody
sell this
and let
and I
somebody else
still get my money
and
and I
less
can go
headache.
do something else now
exactly.
too, and I ain't got to even worry about this shit because it's moving itself. Like,
Yeah,
wow,
that make
why
a lot
not?
of sense. Nah, yeah, nah, for sure.
As
But
long
I'm
as
just
it
saying,
makes
like, some
sense.
people be like, I hate that he sold it because I wanted him to be able to own it, or I wanted you to be able to say what, like, I wanted to be authentic to whoever it was, but like. At a certain point,
It's just like for the sake of what? Shit, it's only more. How many more are on the logical end? When it comes to a versus, how many more artists can I versus that makes sense? You know what I'm saying? That holds any value. Like, you feel what I'm saying?
And do the type of numbers that you were doing when you first started.
Exactly. So
it's a more
if I can go
profitable.
ahead and get this shit going, because I don't see the longevity of
especially
it.
when you really didn't use nothing to like.
to build
To build
it.
it. Yeah.
Like it
It
was.
started with Instagram.
Yeah. And then like you might have paid folks to be on there, but as far as like needing like
A whole
buildings
budget,
or like
yeah.
like building a company like literally like brick and mortar, like you don't have no buildings, you don't got no overhead to worry about for real. Like, as far as that,
Yeah,
so,
so
it's, like,
it's easy to let that go.
yeah. I just think that
Cause that ain't my baby. You know what I'm saying? It's a difference between building your baby brick by brick. You feel what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, even in that perspective, Jeff Bezos sold.
yeah, I about to say yeah. I think it's the
So
end of the
even
day-
when it's your baby, if it makes sense for you to get what you want out of it and not have to have the strain
Deal
of
with it, yeah,
regulating
running
it
it
like
all the
you
time, yeah.
was, like you ain't gotta sit there and think about that shit day and night, then why not?
Yeah, for sure,
Cause now
man.
you can go do something else. Cause he finna do something else.
yeah, for sure, yeah.
Oh, another thought I came up with, bro. Did you see how Experian Boost goddamn cut the balls off of? Well, I ain't gonna say they cut the balls off of Jay-Z, but how they handled my
as far
nigga.
as the company.
Bro, cause okay, so you know Jay-Z was in the process of building a platform
For credit thing. Okay, yeah.
that you can use your
Like
Hulu,
Netflix,
Experian
everything like
Boost.
that.
Experian Boost already they did.
They did it, yeah.
As soon as they found out, I'm sure they found
They
out about
added
what
it.
he was trying to do, and they did it. That's why it's Experian Boost is an app that you can use to build your credit off of Netflix, Hulu, all that shit that he was trying
But
to
this
do.
is the thing, and this is what black people got to be like.
Stop talking about
Like,
everything.
or just no, not even that. But
He
this is
usually
what
waits
black
till he
people got to
done.
do our job or our people and support him.
Yeah.
So even if he still comes out of the app, don't use Experian.
Yeah.
But also
use the
not just
Jay-Z
that,
app.
we have to like control like the media regulation.
True, no,
because
for
the thing
sure,
about
yeah,
it
yeah.
is that like when you push it out like from that standpoint, like yes, you can be excited, but it takes nothing from $1 billion company to literally go and cut the
Exactly.
middleman
Do it. You're
out.
Talking about
real quick.
Experian
Dude.
is one of the credit bureaus.
Exactly. And they knew
Of
they
course.
had that ability all along.
All along.
They knew
Yeah,
they had the
yeah.
ability.
And they was
but
like,
they never had
So,
any challenge to do it.
I look at it like
Exactly.
this: even if Jay doesn't get the credit for starting the company first and doing it first and being successful at it, we can at least accredit Jay with pushing these motherfuckers
To do
it.
more.
Yeah,
You're
But
right.
you know what the credit bureaus do? They become assholes, and now they gonna sit there and probably cut how much value it holds to do it
In
through
terms of
him
versus
versus doing it through them.
Through them. Oh, yeah,
You know
for
what I'm
sure,
saying?
yeah,
As
yeah.
far as the point margin.
Yeah, for sure, yeah. Or how accurate they deem it to be when it comes to like
Your credit.
payments and how often and how on time.
Baby
and
back bullshit.
Yeah, man, it's a dirty, dirty world that we live in, man. But at the end of the day, I love this shit. I was just for real. I was just thinking that shit this morning. Like, I was not in a bad place. I wasn't in a bad place, but like ever since I hurt my leg, I was in this like the first 10 days when I had to be at home. Like I was just telling them like I wasn't vibrating high at all. Like I was just kind of like stuck, like literally, physically, and like I felt like all this. And I just woke up today like it just I don't know. Today was just I don't know if I slept on the right side of the bed last night. Ain't nothing happened. I ain't get no cat, no stupid shit like that. Like I don't want nobody to say nothing crazy. It was just really like I just woke up just on the right side, and I just like, you know what, just life is, it ain't everything I want, but it's good. You know what I'm saying? I can't complain, man.
I ain't even say it's good. It's optional though, which is what I can appreciate.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. You got a choice.
Yeah,
you got a
choose.
choice.
Yeah, for sure.
Like,
how
which
you
makes
wake
the
up.
difference. You know what I'm saying. Some countries you don't have that, so I can appreciate that luxury of it. You know what I'm saying. But
And
it
I
shit
gotta-
still suck though.
And I got a challenge too. I got a challenge though for everybody. And this is something my homeboy did the other day. And he was just like in 2021, niggas we all on king queen shit. Like start really giving folks they flowers while they here. You know what I'm saying? I started doing that to some of my homeboys. Well, I guess it wasn't just today. It's been my swing of energy has been the last couple of days, like over the weekend. And I've been just starting to do that more. Like I randomly hit up folks see them doing something on Instagram. Instead of thinking in my head, that shit fire, like I told them, that shit fire. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't know how that affect people or turn them up or just make them feel better. So, and it don't cost me shit. Like, and that's the thing about really getting on your king shit is realizing that helping another nigga out ain't gonna take nothing away from what you gotta do. Like, it ain't gonna take no shine away from me helping you out. Even if we doing the same thing, even if a nigga doing a podcast or cutting hair, whatever. Like, bro, I can still shout you out because I'm a king. You feel me? Shit, straight up.
Me personally though, I feel that it just becomes an irritation when you don't receive
the same energy.
Yeah, because it's like if I'm willing to open up my support to you, then you should be
right.
Willing.
But I want to get more in the mindset of being a blessing without
Just to be a blessing.
Yeah, without worrying about it. Because
anything.
what will happen? Even if niggas don't give you support, life
Somebody
gonna give you support.
That's
the thing. That's the thing about it. And I don't even do shit for people to give me what I give them in return. I want my shit to look different. You feel what I'm saying? Because my mama hit me on that early. Like a lot of folks be talking about when they tithe or stuff. Like my mama's always made good money. My household, I grew up in together, of course, combined, it was 6 figures better. So one point of job though, my dad lost his job for a few years or was laid off for like a year and a half, and so my mama had to take care of everything. Like she was able, like we didn't lose no house, like we like nothing lost
changed.
nothing. You know what I'm saying? And it was, and in her mind, it was simply because she kept tithing and stuff, and like those just being a blessing, tithing her time. She don't just tithe money. She would do like little stitching for the choir when they wanted little sashes and stuff to wear. Like she would just do things like that, and like she just said every time the shit worked out, it
just putting good energy out.
That money was there. Like it was always seemed like we provided that. So it's just like sometimes it's just putting that out there, just like
and showing people that there's still good humans here.
Yeah,
like I think that's the biggest thing.
Yeah, because like we've been talking about, it's a lot of fucked up shit that be going on around us, and sometimes we just need people. And like I said, to remind us how good we have it, and then to be able to be that light for other people, I think will radiate inside of you too. Not just for them to see, but for you to feel. You know what I'm saying? Let your light so shine before men that they may see your good works and glorify your Father. But on a even more, even if you don't believe in the Bible, what that's saying literally is just like, be a light. Let the light that's inside of you be shown, so that people will see what you are doing, not to praise you, but to make sure that like everything is in harmony. You see what I'm saying? Everything is in peace. Even if you don't believe in God, you believe in Mother Earth. You believe in something greater than you. So you be a light, so that people can see your good works and know that it's something greater than us that has to be moving. You know what I'm saying? That sometimes people need that reminder. So yeah, any other last thoughts before we check out? Well, Dolo, Jules, it's been real. See you next time.